Hi, back again. We start. So, we want to give them house a texture. When you look there, that is the small stone texture there. So we get the house, get here the material, call it stone house 2 or 3. No, make 3. Then we get here the principled shader. We take here image as a texture. We take in our texture folder the stone, the small stone. That can be that one. And we say it should have a roughness, a high roughness. And I don't know, no, it isn't mark seamed, so we have to mark seam, so we get each edge of the house. But without here the middle parts there. So we disable that here. And mark that seams under shading UV, and then the downline complete, mark seam, and the top line. The top line is marked, okay. So then we need each window. Very bad that here is we bring it to the side so it's easier. Good. That mark seam, that. Okay, then this one. Wow, be careful there. It's fast happened that you marked the wrong, and then you wonder why is my unwrap so ugly. Yeah, because you didn't see that what you do. But I don't want to say all is bad, all is good, that is it. And you see here we have a depth, and everywhere we have a depth we mark seam that too, that he can cut off that completely. And you see in the front windows here there is no depth, so we try to extrude and bring it down. Then we mark the front seam and the whole back line mark seam, and that we do with all. Mark seam, mark seam, extrude to the Y, mark seam, and then the front. Then at last, every time I want the edges, because then he makes that other way. So we can normally get them all and bring them to the back. So extrude to the Y. Yes. Then we can mark seam them, and then we take only the fronts. We must make singular. Mark seam. Here the edges. Then here the front. So down part. them mark seamed, but I think the back, yeah, has it not. So they have an unwrap in front, but no depth. So we extrude them to the Y, and they are automatically mark seamed because the front was mark seamed. Good, that was that. We go back here to material mode, file, save, and bring it back to position. So we have here the stone material, so we can delete here the red one, and the whole house should have this stone material. So we can now make the unwrap, but before we have to apply the rotation scale of the whole object and origin to geometry, and you to unwrap them. So we have that in a moment. So we have to scale up our texture there. Scale down, scale up, like you would. Add input texture coordinates. Then we need the mapping, and then we can plug that vector to vector and the UV into it is a texture. Now we can play here with the size of it. Normally. So we play here with them. For meters, we can do it like they would. Here we need to rotate 90 degrees. So there we have that. I think it's a little bit too great. So more like that. Yeah. Yeah. Comes true. Good. Then the top parts too. So that one here needs also this stone roof, and that is should be the same like that. So we simply can copy that complete. It was disconnected. That was why it don't change anything. But now we go back, and then it's good. Good. We take all, Control A to select all, Control C to copy, go back to here and delete here all, and Control V to plug all in. Now we can increase here the scale so that we have maybe the same size at the sides there. And I think that is it. So there is it too. That is good. We look here for the area, what we need there for texture, but I think it's the same, and it is the same. Good. So we take the area and place there our texture, but before we can do that we have to unwrap them. Nice word though. Unwrap. Yes. So we take that here, the front, the top, and the bottom, and the window itself, and the back of the window, and one cut. Good. Mark seam. Then here the down line, the top line, and one to the side mark seam. Good. We need to see what is behind, so we have to place it there, and that we can delete. But that we have to mark seam. That should be, this is the metal roof tile there. So we have to mark seam that too. That can be deleted there, and that we should mark seam. Good. So that is mark seamed. File, save as new version number. Good. So here we need this stone material too. So we call it Ärger stone material. For that we only need to input the old nodes there, so we can delete them, and Control V plug the old in, and then we have simply to wrap that, and we have it. We only have to change the size now. Think a little bit. That is too small. That can work. But here that is a little bit stretched, I think. I must see that correctly. Yeah, here is a little error. So I take the front from view. From view, and simply scale that to the size. Good. So we have that, plug that onto again. Good. So, but the roof there is not a file save, it is metal, I think. We must look. The roof, we see it on the top view. No, it's titled. Wow. Titled roof, like that here. Then. So we take the roof material and A to select all, Control C to copy, go back to our Ärger and plus new material and call it Ärger roof tiles, and delete here all, Control V to plug in, and done. So we have to apply that to that part. So we go here, and assign it there, and you see that here is turned, so we have to turn here, rotate 90, then it's correct, and here we have to rotate 92, but then rotate 180. You see it is a little bit too small for that, so we go here higher, and that nearly is it. Good. File, save. At the back we have such yeah, that here. That is this metal roof and has the stone material there. So we go to the back of the house. We have here this tower, and we have to mark seam them. So I bring them in front first. So then here we can simply take the face, here the face, and the back at the face, and mark seam them. It goes faster. Then we can take the rest what we don't marked. It's the window, mark seam. So then the roof should be mark seamed. That here we can open up, so only faces. Good. We've done that. Bring it on to. Then we have to object apply the rotation scale. Then we make here an unwrap. Then we give them the materials. That is, the first is the stone thing there. So we call it Little Tower House 3. And we copy the stone material there, Control C, go back here, delete all with X, Control V to plug in, and select the size. Oh, a little bit more. That is it. Then we need here the metal there, so we call it metal roof. That should be on this one. Metal roof assign. File, material mode, file, save. For that we need a texture that can mix that to a good result. So I look in my metal folder, which I find there. Metal here. Can get it from texture.com, you know that. That here I think, yeah, that can have this dial. So I simply copy that and plug it in our texture folder there. So we go here to St.Michel texture folder, plug it in. It is there. That is better. So we can directly get it. So we make here a little bit out of the way, like normal. We take here the principal shader. We say here it should be metallic, so we make here 1. So that's that. We need a roughness there, such like that. And then we also need a second one. Shift D, but it should be a little bit darker. Then we need a mixer, so shader, mix shader. There comes both into, and it should be controlled, the mixing, by our texture. So texture, image texture, and the color should be the factor for mixing these two metals. So open, go to the texture folder, and take our metal, and then we have it here. That is metal correct. You can change that by we can get here the same texture in, and here the same texture in, but then we can control that by a color ramp or by a color mixer. I take in this case a color mixer, so I can control the lightness of the parts there. So here we can make it darker, the other is a little bit lighter. So we have then that effect of a steel one there. So that is it. We can make that deeper. Good, we done that. That is the preview. Can go a little bit back with roughness, I think. Without that, that looks not correct. When we now take here a render view, quick render. Yeah, that is metal. It shines like metal. It's all very good. We all can take here displays in that from the metal there. Then we have more these stripes and scratches and so on. But then we need a math node to control that. So convert a math node, take it between the displacement, get there a multiply, and take here some like 0.3, and then we have the effect not so strong. It's too strong, so we take here 0.05. That looks better. Good. We've done that, and it should have a little bit more roughness. That is too less roughness there. Good. We've done that. File, save. So as you see here, there is this stone on the sides. So we have here our stones, and bring them now to the side. So bring it there in front. Yep. And bring them on the first one that's there, and scale it up to a size where it fits with the with the stage. That is here, and then plug it from there into 2. So that is our side view, and that we make now with all this stuff. Each is a little bit different, so that we have not the same at each side. So we plug it to the top part like the other two, and scale them up. So then we plug it into. So we have that. Then the same is on the back side. So we have here the back side. Oh, this is the front again, I think. I must look. Is it the same, or no, it is the other. It is simply turned, I think, but that is good for us. So we separate that here, and take here the origin to geometry, and plug it on the second stage. Scale up, and plug it there. Oh, it's wrong turned, I see. Yeah. So rotate set. It is made for such like that. So it must be on this side. And bring it out. Bring it more in. And bring it up. So we have that here. Here's the other one. Control G to copy. Set the origin to geometry. And we look how is that turned. It is turned so rotate set to bring it to that position. And then bring it onto and scale up. A little bit more. That we come to the stage limit there. Then we plug it into. Yeah. So, and we make it a little bit easier and take here this 2 again, Shift D to plug it there. So now we take all of them and Shift D, copy, bring it there, rotate set 180 and plug it onto. Good. That was that. That looks much more interesting. Here comes a complete other thing in. So file, save, and save as new version number. We take the 10. Good. Save. As you see in the reference, there is around each window the same thing. So we have to plug them there, and we have copied that from the other project, that is that here. So we make that on each window that we find. So simply make a copy, Shift D, front view. Here we don't need this top part there, so we can delete that. Only that needed. We scale them up that it fits with the window there. Yeah, that one we must build, that we haven't. And it should be a little bit more to the side, so we get that here, but with background. So that one, and then we can place it there. That is good. So we can simply copy that, Shift D for the other side there. I don't know what's on the back side. That are without that rounded stuff. Okay, so we have luck. So we plug it onto here, onto 2, and Shift D make I1 for the big window, but there we need other distance, so we take it there and place it then over there. Good. Then we take it here for the top parts there. There we can use our window with the top part there, so we place it there. Little bit more to the side and a little bit more out, but don't forget we have made here holes in, so we can bring the windows more into, so we can go here back. That makes it look more realistic. So we make that with all windows, that we go a little bit to the back, and that looks much better. Good. So again, this here should be into, but not too much. Then we bring it here to the side, here up to, so we see there. So we have to scale that it fits. That is such like that, and then make that here to the side. So there. Good. Then we copy that simply, Shift D and Shift D again. Good. We have that. So we want to do the same for the top part there, and we see that fits good. So Shift D, place it simply there. The difference between this stage and this stage is that here is a little lean up. So that means we take here a loop in, Control R to make a loop in, and then we take here the top verts and simply bring them up. That is all the difference between the stages, so we can handle that easy and bring them simply up. Control L, make a loop in, get it up. Good. So now let's look on the back side. There we have this top parts 2 times. So Shift D, place it there. Go there and place it there. That one is smaller, so we can grab and move it a little. Yep. And Shift D to place it on the other side. And we see this windows must go deeper, so we bring them into. Good. Then here this windows should fix with them here. So Shift D, bring it there. Yes. And Shift D, bring it to the other side. And we take the same one for the down part, so Shift D, bring it there. But you see there is a little bit too short, so we take here the whole thing here and scale set, but without the top there. So scale set and bring it down to. Good. Same we do here. Mark the stones, disable that there, and scale set to a bigger size, and then we have it around. Good. We see we have here 2 that needs that, so we take that here, Shift D, rotate set 90 degrees, and plug it onto. Here's the same, it isn't long enough, so we can make it as we did before. Scale set and bring it down. Same on the other side. Scale set and bring it down. Good. Then we can take the whole thing, Shift D, and place him to the down window. So that looks much more interesting like before. File, save, T to get the tools there. Good. As we see there, that looks like beton. This here. And that we build it, that is here, and we have to make it beton material. So first we must mark the seams, so we take the lines, but only the outlines, mark seam, then the side lines, mark seam, here 2, then here this round part at both sides, then that here, that and that, on the other side 2, so that, that and that and that, mark seam. Then the complete down line, so that, that, that and that, mark seam. Good, think that was it. Oh no, we forgot this, this and that. Mark seam. Good. We have to apply the rotation scale of it, and you unwrap. that needs a material like beton, I said before. So we call it beton. Yeah, Säule. You could call it as you will. So then we need the principal shader. We say it should be texture, and I look in my beton folder. There I have beton, and I think that one, but a little bit lighter, that can be it. I'm not sure, but it's nearly that. When you look there, it is a little pointy thing, so it can be that too, but it's a little bit too light, I think. That, I don't know. I take that, copy, bring it in our texture folder. So then it's from texture.com, of sure. Then open and go in our texture folder. Then we have it there. So yeah, we have that. And the same material we need here on the other Säule there. So we have to mark seam that too. So we take here the top line, mark seam, the outline, mark seam, this cage here, so that we have. Then here is a little bit complicated. No, it's there and there. That must be mark seamed. That here not. So we clear the seam. Then here the down lines have to mark seamed, but not that middle part there. Then here this round stuff, mark seam the outer part too. So we have only to make it here at the top, part 2. Good. Think we have it. Let's look around. Yes, that's good. So we have to object, apply rotation scale, and you to unwrap that. That is the wrong material, of sure, so we delete that and make there a new material. We call it Säule 2, and give them the same material as that one, but here I see that it's too glossy, so we give them here a high roughness, so we can use that as displacement to get it more look 3D, but we need then the math converter between and take it to multiply and maybe 0.05. Good. So we take that all, Control C, and bring it here to the new material. We delete here all, Control V to plug in, and we have it. What we see here, this unwrap is not as nice as the other, so we can make here cube projection. That does not work so good. So we take here a mapping. So we take the texture coordinates and vector mapping, connect UV with the vector, texture, and vector with vector, and now we can control the size. and we get to 300. Take here 300. A little bit too big. A little bit too big. That can be it. Yes. That is the look. Good. We need different one of them on each window. So we rotate set 180. Rotate set 180. And then place it over the other one there. So, and we see this too small, so scale Y. Bring it there. And that should be it. We join them together as one. Shift D, make a copy, and place them here on the sides. So bring it at front. Then place it there. Scale down, but it must be turned. So we simply mirror them. Think that is this one. We must look that the round stuff is there, and it is there. So we bring it there and a little bit into, but not too much, and scale it to the size that we come to the first stage there. Good. Then we take the same one and make it to the other side. Shift D. So we make one there, and Shift D one there, but this must be mirrored again. So object, mirror, interactive mirror, hold the middle mouse wheel, move, and click left to accept. Good. We done that, and Shift D, place it there on this side too. Good. We done that. File, save. Then we see that they have here little stones there. Here on the bottom there are little stones looking out there. Here between they have stones here down under them. So we need all here this gray stone there. So that means we take here add mesh cube, scale down, scale X, so make it smaller, scale Y, then completely mark seam, object, apply rotation scale, and unwrap cube. Then we give them here little wall, we call it little wall, and place here this beton texture into, so we can delete that here by X and Control V to plug in. So we have the stone texture there, and we have to make again the texture coordinates and the mapping. So now we can go down here to some good. Yeah. So we bring that into more than the other style, and then the last part here we take out. So we Control R, we make a loop in and bring it there, and then we take the last one here and extrude them out. So we have a little socket here. We have to unwrap cube again because we changed the dimension of that. Shift D, we take the same one and place it there. We will use it there too. So we scale them simply and plug it there. Make here shorter, so we take here the back line and bring it there. Have to unwrap new, so cube project, and it's good unwrapped, so Shift D, bring it till the other side. The rest of this front should be the same material, this stone material there, this gray one. So we simply take there Shift D, a copy of them, P to separate the selection. Now we have that as a singular one. Then we can delete the complete down part. We only need a plate or cube, like you call it. Mark that complete seam. So we have that. And set the origin to geometry, and we build now for all these panels where texture should be. So that here, we only need to bring them up. So we close here. Then we need to unwrap that new. So U cube projection, take that, Shift D, bring it here, rotate Y 90. So here a little bit up. And the top must be shorter, so simply mark that and bring that down too. So we need here another unwrap 2. So take it, you unwrap mapping, you cube. So Shift D, make it copy there. The only difference is we have to make it here deeper and give them a cube unwrap. Then we take that here again, Shift D, place it there. We have to scale X there and new unwrap. Then Shift D, rotate Y 90 and grab it to position. Then we make it shorter, and then we have that all in that material that we would. File, save. Good. So we can move that here to second layer, that here 2, that here 2, that we need later. I think the windows are others, but we let that is for the other house. Here is this red part there over the window, it comes, so it's there. That is red steel and should be a little bit smaller, so scale X and Shift D, place it on the other side too. Good. We give them a red, and it's painted red, so we take here simply this red, window red, window red, and here the same, window red. Good. We've done that. File, save. Good. Much done. Much happens. That all must be baked later. We can't get a house with 31,000. That is too much. But that we make later. As I've seen when I look at the top, there is another smoker there and there. So we have to get our smokers here. That one. That we have on the roof here. And that is on the other side here too. So Shift D, make a copy, bring it there. And here comes another smoker. The smaller one. That one. Shift D and bring it there. It must be bigger, and it comes here on the edge. Yes. Good. We done that too. So file, save. Only thing we have to do is, here are two lines between. Must look from the side as the self. No, they are only goes there. Okay, so we take it at the front simply. That is for that and that. Okay. So add mesh a cube, scale down, scale X, scale in the hole, scale X to bring it there. Yes. And Alt D, make a copy of them and bring it there. And they have stone material, so we mark seam that, and we unwrap cube position there, and we give them the stone material, stone 2 or 1 or something else there. We'll try it. Stone 2 maybe. Unwrap from view. Yeah, that looks good. Good. File, save. Then we see we have no POTUS there that we need. So we have to make them. So we simply take that, Shift D, scale Z to make it smaller, scale X to make it smaller. That is the shelf, or how you call that, for a mansion. That is here on the window and looks out. So we take here another stone material, so we take here stone 3, 4, I think 4. Okay, but here we need another unwrap. So cube project. It's not the style that I like. So smart UV project as bad. Why not scale it here? Don't looks good. So we unwrap new cube projection. I must look again. I must get a view. Looks like wood, but it should be stone. good stone material there. So we make here another one. We take stone 3 maybe. That is good. And it should scale set a little bit bigger. No, a little bit smaller. That is too small. And it's too heavy, the effect there. That is too heavy. I think we must make it manually. You can't take the material from other here. So we better make our own material. So delete that and make here, we call it Fensterbrett. Fensterbrett, and give them a principal shader with much roughness. And I must look what we have in our texture folder. In our texture folder on stone materials, there is not a good one for that. Maybe that one. But is that right? I don't know, I must see the original. Clean. I must look in my folders. I think that can be good. That is fine. Copy that in our texture folder, and beton it's called, and then it's from texture.com, sure. And say here image, and open up that and go to the texture folder and get this beton there. Yes, that is a good material. And we take here cube project, no, unwrap, no, smart UV, no, because we have to object apply rotation scale first. And now we can unwrap, and that looks much better. Good. So we make a copy, Shift D, place it there, make it smaller, and give them a new unwrap. So cube project. That's a little bit too strange. That can be it. Shift D, place it there, and Shift D, place it top there. And Shift D, and so on for all the windows. Same for the back side. Shift D and bring it to the back. Shift D and make it for all this stuff. For that parts to it, so Shift D, rotate set 90. Shift D, Shift D, but here we need a smaller one, so we simply take that, make it smaller, and get here a new cube unwrap, and Shift D, place it down there, and one there. So we simply take that here, Shift D, front, side, front, and make it smaller. Good. We have done that too. That now looks real like an interesting house. File, save, and I think we are done with that house. The little things there that comes later when we have all houses, but this house is done. Next tutorial is the house beside them. Nearly the same, but not really. We will see. So see you in the next tutorial. Bye.